fishery, my local venue. I'm booked on for 24 hours. Let's get down to the lake. Well, I've just arrived at Woodland Lake. This is my peg, booked for the next 24 hours. Only one slight problem. The lake's still got a lid on. I think we best go somewhere else and see if we can find one that is ice free. Cheers. Well, a 40-minute drive and I've arrived at Shearwater. Let's go and have a look. Well, what do you reckon, Els? I really don't think we're going to be casting a line here. Shearwater's solid. As is little Shearwater. Well, that's the extent of the clear water down there. It's about 6 inches deep. You can tell it only comes halfway up those ducks. Definitely not going to be fishing here today. Well, here's Culver's farm. I'd heard the rumour. Didn't want to believe it. But there we go. All fishing lakes are closed. Let's have a quick look at Loddon. And another one froze. I might just give this up. Well, here we are at Todber. Just about to have a look at the paddock. And guess what? Another solid lake. Just had a word with John. He said there's one ice-free peg on Little Hayes and somebody's already fishing it. A slight detour to my next venue to see whether that's frozen or not. This is the home of the cooking part of Cooking and Carping. Time After Time Cafe. I'm going in for breakfast. Well, after 2 hours of trawling around the countryside looking for an ice-free lake, I've called into Margot's Cafe. I'm sat by the wood burner, looking on a laptop, and they've just brought in my breakfast. I'll go back and look for a lake later. Quiet, Elvie. Not something you see at every lake. Well, here we are. I'm at Lions Gate Fisheries now. I've been all over the countryside this morning. It's about 12:30 now. And look what I found. I have found a pretty much ice-free lake. This one very seldom freezes and always seems to thaw out first. So now, let's get the kit out and give it a go. Deep joy. Well, I've been here probably about half an hour chatting to the bailiff, and I've managed to get 2 out of 3 rods in. I was just doing the 3rd rod. And I had a proper run on a little white CC Moore Northern Special. It's only a little fish, 2 or 3 pounds, but what a welcome fish on a really hard day. Pretty fish too. One day he's going to be a big one, and then we'll come back and catch him again. Put him back. Thank you, you've made my day. As I wasted so much time this morning driving around all the different venues around the countryside, as you can see I'm fishing out the back of my van. That fish that I just had then. First chuck came on my little tiny, it's actually I normally use it in a solid bag. It's a little tube blowback pop-up rig with a 10mm white Northern Special, to which I'm using a stick using the Carp Craze boilie mesh PVA. Brilliant stuff, dissolves even in this really cold weather. There's a little bread stick, liquidised bread, a few liquidised live system boilies, simply nicked on the hook on a little short rig, a little 1.5" lead on a lead clip. No leaders, no nothing, just a back lead. Let's get it out and see if we can get a bigger one. You may have noticed at the start of this video there's a Carp Craze logo. Carp Craze, as far as I'm concerned, do the best PVA on the market. I've been using it now for 2 years, ever since he started selling it on eBay. This is his deluxe bundle for $29.99. You get a big bag of PVA nuggets, a PVA mesh tube in wide and another one in boilie with 10 meters of PVA on each, a refill for each tube, a pack of 10 PVA bags, 30 meters of tape, 30 meters of cord and a stringer needle. You can't go far wrong with that. There we are. This one's fish number 2, common this time. Bit tatty in the mouth region, been caught a few times I should think. Damage to his fin, all healed up. Pretty golden comma in his winter colours. Not a huge fish again, probably only 4 pounds this one. But it's a welcome fish on a miserable February day when we didn't think we were going to catch anything at all. There we go, going back to its cold wintry home. That water is freezing. Elvie has to be tied up at this venue, which is fair enough. I don't have a problem with that, and he's quite used to it. It's a bit chilly today. So he's sporting his new coat in a nice carpy green colour. Because after all, he is Elvie the carp dog. Just noisy. This is Kingfisher Lake down at Lionsgate Fishery. It's the biggest lake on the complex and the one with the biggest fish in and the most carp. There's lots of other fish in here as well. There's caravans all the way around. It's actually on a caravan park. I'm the only one here today, but in the summer it gets very, very busy. And even though this is probably one of the last lakes that I know to freeze, we just come round here. You can see that yesterday it was frozen. And this corner, this is up the shallow end, this corner is still frozen. You see in the corner one of the mobile homes that's on site. I think the ducks are quite pleased that it's finally thawed out. They're having a proper play in the water. As I said, this time of year it's a nice place to be. It does get a little bit manic here in the summer. I tend to stay away then. It's good value fishing too. It's £8 a day for 3 rods. You can fish up to 4 rods for £10, but 3's enough for me. And in fact in the summer I'd probably only fish 2. You're a bit limited for space then. But it's producing fish, albeit small, even in the winter. There was a 30 in here once, but I don't believe it's here now. But there's fish in here up to £20, possibly a bit bigger. And lots of them. Feels like a proper spring day now. The sun's come out. It's really warm, really mild. You wouldn't believe that the lake was frozen this morning. The ducks are having an absolutely wonderful time. They can actually get in the water and clean their feathers off and do what ducks do. I'm glad I came here now. There's somebody else enjoying the sunshine. Well, I mentioned I was getting a lot of single beeps and the line tightening up. And there's the culprit. That's a chub. You don't get many of those in the lakes. But a little fish, about £1.25, £1.50. But there's lots of those in here. The matchman's friend. Put him back. Well, not 5 minutes after the chub, the same rod was away again. Common this time, I don't know. Possibly touching £6. Only a little fish. Gave a good account of itself in this cold water. And as you can see, scale perfect. Lovely cold water fish. Let's put her back. Here we go. Going back to that cold, cold water. Well, that's it. The rods are packed away. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock now. It's decidedly getting chilly now. It's supposed to be -6 tonight. If we don't get a hard frost, I might come back tomorrow. I've enjoyed myself here. I've only done, I don't know, 3 hours fishing. Had 3 carp and a chub on a really cold February day. It's got the class as a result. Next time.